4-1 Canes. Come on, man. Hey dude, can you change it to the election for a second? Fine, but we better not miss anything. Ooh, he won Ohio. Neat. Huh, okay. It's 4-4? How is that even possible? Leafs lose 5-4 to the Carolina Hurricanes in what was an incomplete comeback. Though, they did get a point out of it. Oh, and there was an election or something. Who planned that around a Leaf game? Ponikarovsky comes off his man in OT a little bit more than he probably should have, and Nicholas Wallin pots one. It's 5-4 Hurricanes, game's over. Where were you on that, Pony? This is something I noticed last night. It's certainly not true for all the Leafs, but I did notice it in some. The Leafs are not physical enough when they have the puck. For example, I think the number one culprit of this was Nikolai Kulemin. He had the puck at many points, got shoved off of it, and it didn't take much else than that. But he's a rookie, he's still getting used to the North American game. Oh, and he adapts to it. You watch yourself, San Diego. What does that even mean? What? Toskala and the Leafs defense, for that matter, were really shaky in the first, although they did redeem themselves by holding pretty much solid for the rest of the game after that. But it's letting the other team get ahead of them too much, little mental gaffes, all these small things that can really add up, for example, to 4-1 leads, and it will kill the Leafs in the end. And is it just me, or does Jason Blake get a disallowed goal every time we play the Hurricanes? It decided the game in a game last year, and this year as well. I'm not saying anything, but someone I got a little impatient with at the beginning of the season, but now he's starting to come into his own, just like I said he would, Mikhail Grabovski. He's got a second straight 2-goal night, and he's performing pretty well on the power play. And Mike Van Ryn, coming over in a trade that a lot of people seem to hate for some reason, pots another goal, led the team in shots last night, and continues to be Mike Van Pressef. Even though the Leafs lost in overtime this game, they looked a lot better in the face-off circle than they did the last time out against Carolina, and at least they came back. My question of the game to Leafs fans is, has your perception of this team changed at all in the first dozen or so games of the season? The reason I ask that is everyone had them coming in, bottom 5 of the league. They're going to get one of the lottery draft picks, which I never quite bought into, but I could see what people were saying. I just don't think this Leafs team is bad enough to get to that low, or high, I guess, in the draft. Then again, playoff worthy? Let me know what you think. Just a couple more things league-wide. Modern-day Steve Sullivan, Kyle Wellwood, has 6 goals on the Vancouver Canucks and leads the team in that category. Now, I don't want Leafs fans to get all bent out of shape about this stat. I know a lot of people didn't really like the trade, or waiver wire, I guess. I did. I don't think he was going to have success in Toronto. You can see he could have success somewhere, and apparently that place is Vancouver, but I just don't feel like Kyle Wellwood would have 6 goals by now in Toronto. And lastly, and definitely most importantly, this guy's out for 3 to 4 months! Brodeur is human? I always thought he was some sort of cup-winning robot. Can the New Jersey Devils go a full 3 to 4 months with Kevin Weeks in net? He played pretty good the other night, but are you sure? You can't replace Marty. Prediction, I highly doubt Lou Lamoriello would go out and get someone with the salary of Nikolai Khabibulin. I see him more likely to get Dwayne Rollison, but that's implying that he's even for sale. I think he is, but is he? And what's the price? So there's another question for you if you're Lou Lamoriello. There's a few goalies available. What are you willing to give up? Remembrance Day is less than a week away. Don't forget to get a poppy.